All right, today is March. Oh no, actually today is April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2025. I'm just doing a daily breakdown here. Weekly is still, so we're starting off with GBP CAD. Weekly is still, um, let's see, at that higher high. What we're looking for is this counter trend here. We have this daily pullback, 4 hour pullback. But actually create a shift, break and a shift. So we're just looking for that 4 hour shift, and we look for our sales down to this counter trend level here that we like so much. But right now it's at a higher high. We're just going to monitor and see what that does. We have our alert on. Next for EuroCAD, we had a pullback on the weekly. There's indecision candle here. The weekly. Daily had a shift to structure. I count that as a shift to structure, and then a pullback. 4 hour is now at a pullback, but it's bullish. So we need this to shift structure to go our way for it to be a proper counter trend. Just because if we were to take this, and if we were trying to take this now, we have this bullish pullback. We would simply, if we do actually accomplish this shift to structure here, it'll actually be above our take profit, which is this thicker blue line. So we just have to monitor it. If it does do that, then we'll be looking for it's like a pullback, and then targeting. We wouldn't really have a target to be totally honest, so we'd probably be out. But right now, that counter trend, in order for us to accomplish this counter trend trade, we need this break of this 4 hour, and then we would target down here, this one right down here. That would be our target. Yep. All right. Next, USD HUD, USD HUF. Currently, we have a pullback here at this area of interest on the weekly. The daily is bullish, but it created a higher high. So all we need to do is just have it shift down and create that lower low, and then have a pullback, and then we can start thinking about those, taking those sales to our take profit. Okay, so to be clear, we've had a weekly pullback, we've had a daily shift. So we're just looking for that daily shift of structure, and then we look to lower time frames, which can happen today. Here we have Euro HKD. It's the same exact thing at, well, actually, no, it's not. Sorry. Just thinking of something else. Okay, so here we did have a rejection at our area of interest. We had a pullback on the weekly. But daily is not in sync right now. It is bearish. So what we need to do is we need to see a, we actually just need to see, if we're looking for counter trends, we just need to see a 4 hour shift as well, because 4 hour is still bullish. So we have our alert set here. Once we see that shift the structure, then we can look for counter trends. If not, then we'll be looking for buys. But we would need our shift the structure to happen here at this at this lower high of that daily trend, the daily structure. Now Euro HKD is the same as Euro USD. Same thing. We'll look for this daily shift to structure up here for buys. If not, we just need that 4 hour shift to structure down here. All right, USD DKK. USD DKK, we're at the area of interest now currently at this pullback of this weekly. Daily is bullish, had a pullback. This can be an adequate counter trend trade to this structure point. But first, we just need a proper shift of structure here, right above this lower high, that 4 hour structure. Okay, now these are trades that are closer to being in. I just kind of like upgraded them in terms of status of more ready to be taken. Trades more ready to be taken. We have the weekly pullback here in this area of interest. You see we're targeting this low. We'll be targeting this low right here. Daily had a shift, so all we need to do is just see a slight pullback today. Once we see that pullback, then we can look to lower time frames. Okay. USD ZAR. Okay. USD ZAR. We had a pullback of the weekly. Okay. And so currently, daily is bullish. Okay. So right here, what we're looking for is for our trade here is that daily is going to actually make a we're actually in this isn't actually bearish, so I don't want to get confused. This is actually bullish. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're looking for buys here. Okay. And then here we had a pullback. This is a pullback on the daily. So what we're doing is looking at lower time frame here. 4 hour had a pullback. So what we're doing is we're just dropping right down into our 4 hour. It looks like this is a zone here, accumulation zone. That's what's happening. So we have our alert here to break. Once we break, we're looking for that retest and then buys here. Simply that. Okay, USD PLN. USD PLN, we're at the pullback, but at the pullback of the weekly here. This will be our counter trend trade setup since we are at that lower low weekly. Still bullish on the daily, and then 4 hour we're bullish too in this whole structure here. So we're on that pullback. So what we do is we drop down here, but currently the 15-minute is not in sync. We just want to see, I mean, this kind of to me looks like the accumulation right here. So I want to see, I don't know if this is too far back. I'm going to talk to my mentor again this weekend and get a consultation with him. But this looks like if we break here, then we would be looking in for buy. So I want to put my alert here and just put breaks here, and we're just looking for that break. That'd be the first thing we're looking for. Okay. AUD CAD is one of the trades we took. Yeah, so this one here, currently, I would say that the 4 hour is not in sync. So we're actually waiting right now. We want to wait. Before, when I took the trade, it was in sync. But now it doesn't seem like it's so in sync to me. I think that, this is like a break here for sure. That's a break for sure. So right now we just want to see a 4 hour break. So I have my alert here to show this 4 hour break. I'm going to move this down to just today instead of close to end. But once we get that 4 hour break, okay, then we can start looking for accumulation and everything. So it's going to put waiting for a 4 hour break. Okay. And then I'll record the trade breakdown for educational purposes for that one. Okay, what's next? Who's next? All right, let me see here. Okay, so this is weekly. We talked about that, pulling into our area of interest. Okay, currently we are, let's see. So weekly is currently having a pullback into that area of interest. We're targeting that. Yeah, we talked about this. So we just need to see a pullback. So this made a shift of structure here because this would be the higher low, higher high, and then we made a shift. and a candlestick closure in there. So what we're looking for is just a pullback on the daily. We want to see a pullback on the daily, then we'll be looking for lower time frames. Okay, USD ZAR. So USD ZAR here. Again, we're bullish time frame. We talked about this bullish time frame. Bullish, right? We're having a daily pullback, really good. Okay, we already had our 4-hour pullback, so now we're just looking for the proper accumulation. We have our alert set at the top of this. We have at the top of this 15 minute. Okay, USD PLN. USD PLN. I think this is sort of the same thing, right? Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing that's happening. Yeah, kind of like the same thing as USD ZAR. Yep. So yeah, we're just looking for at the bottom, we're at the lower low, weekly, daily, had that shift to structure, pullback, 4-hour, had that shift to structure. You see, yeah, had that shift to structure, pullback. So it's the same as USD ZAR. Yeah. So right now, we sort of seeing this accumulation happening here, where this price is failing to break above. We have our alert set for breaking it. Okay, and then last but not least, we have USD CZK. Okay, USD CZK. Weekly. So we felt this. We had placed a trade here on my $100 account because I noticed that we're unable to trade the USD CZK pair on my challenge account. So I just put some money in my my live account in order to trade it because I really wanted to trade this one. I felt like it was a winner. But I will record the video for accountability. Now, weekly is bearish, had a pullback. Daily is bearish, has a pullback here. 4-hour, same. We're all in sync here. That's why I took this trade. And it's just, and out back here, it has some accumulation here happening. So I was going off of this here, which I'll explain. It was such a beautiful trade, but it went the other way, so I'm starting to think that it may even go the other way now, since to me, it was a beautiful trade. But currently, technically, for the 15 minutes not in sync, this is some accumulation here, so I could say, so it's accumulation here. I could say, just to get that out of the way, but it's not really clear accumulation. So I'm gonna wait. I want to wait for more accumulation. I want to wait for more accumulation on a lower time frame because I'm just not seeing it right now. So let's just wait for, and that could happen during the day. Accumulation. Okay. All right, so those are my trades for today. We have 4 that are more ready. They're all USD pairs, in my opinion. And then the rest here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are becoming more ready today. I'll do trade breakdowns for both USD CZK and AUD CAD, and I'll post those individually. All right, peace. Let's be great. Let's start the month right.